reviewing 10 years of dinosaur media, and this time, that cat is nowhere to be seen. But seriously, today we're reviewing Planet Dinosaur, a documentary that came out in 2011, produced by BBC, the same people who made Walking with Dinosaurs, and the Discovery Channel, directed by Phil Debris and narrated by John Hurt. This documentary focuses on the newest discoveries about dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals. So, just like my Camp Cretaceous review, I'll be dividing this review into 4 categories. This time, they are plot, education, dinosaurs, and other, since, once again, it would take way too long to review every episode in its detail, and I'll end up just repeating some of the same facts and stuff that I've already been saying. Also, in my last review, I kept calling Margot, the person who made the model pterosaur, Margot. So I'm very sorry about that. I told you I'm not very good at pronouncing names. But without further ado, let's get into this review. So here's a brief summary of each episode in the documentary, and also here's your spoiler review. If you don't want to get spoiled, you can skip to this timestamp right here. For starters, each episode takes place on different continents. Episode 1, Lost World, takes place in Africa and follows the lives of 2 big carnivores, Carcharodontosaurus and Spinosaurus. Episode 2, Feathered Dragons, shows various feathered dinosaurs from around Asia. Episode 3, Last Killers, talks about some of the greatest late Cretaceous theropods that conquered America. In episode 4, Fight for Life, we see how late Jurassic animals fought for survival. We learn in episode 5, New Giants, about one of the biggest dinosaurs of all time, Argentinosaurus, who lived in, you guessed it, Argentina. Finally, we have episode 6, The Great Survivors, which shows us some of the most bizarre animals of the late Cretaceous and how they use their adaptations for survival. Now, there's some problems with the plot, and perhaps the biggest one is that all the episodes are kind of the same. They're all predator and prey relationships, which aren't bad and are quite fascinating, but there are so many other things to be learned about dinosaurs besides how they kill and eat each other. Documentaries are meant to show the other side of dinosaurs, as not just being killing machines, but all they show them doing is fighting each other, and that's a problem. If I were to fix it, I would have the episodes be focused on just their everyday lives, just like in Walking with Dinosaurs. Now, of course, they do talk about more than just killing, unlike some other documentaries. Since, after all, it talks about discoveries that would change how we think of dinosaurs forever. From how Spinosaurus was semi-aquatic, to the life of one of the potentially biggest dinosaurs of all time, to an island where pterosaurs were the top predators that ate small sauropods. It's all very interesting. However, the way they bring up these facts is by interrupting the story, which I don't mind when it's every now and then, but they do it all the time.
That we've only just managed to reconstruct in the last few years.
Okay, science segment. Another one. Dude, 3 in a row? What the heck? Stop interrupting the story! Stop. Stop! These constant breaks in the stories prevent us from being fully immersed in what's happening. So even if you find the stories entertaining to watch, you'll be constantly interrupted by constant scientific facts. If you want to give us so much science, then do it while in the story so that you can both show and tell the science, and you'll be able to immerse yourself in the story. Of course, with every decade-old dinosaur documentary, there are going to be some errors and a lot of outdated information. When watching, I didn't notice too many errors, but was able to find a list of scientific errors in Planet Dinosaur, and there were some that I myself noticed while watching. So, starting from first to last, here are just a few inaccuracies. We now know that the Spinosaurus had 2 humps on its tail instead of 1, and that they had taller spines on its tail, giving it a bigger, more aquatic tail. It's also very unlikely that Spinosaurus would actually be able to swim, as it would probably be more of a swamp kind of dinosaur. Spinosaurus also probably had a more upright arch compared to some of the other dinosaurs. Signophosaurus was probably not venomous. The reason why they said it was in the documentary was because their teeth were serrated like that of monitor lizards. And since monitor lizards were venomous, that must have meant that the Signophosaurs were venomous too. But the truth is that many theropod dinosaurs have these same teeth, and there's no evidence to support that they're venomous. So, no venom for Signophosaurus. The Troodon is no longer a valid genus, as the teeth that were used to construct the dino, yes, they based the whole dinosaur off of some teeth, belong to a different species. The Argentinosaurus isn't exactly the largest dinosaur discovered. There are constantly more sauropods being discovered. Some are taller, others longer, and even others heavier. There are more, but I think I've gone on for long enough. And honestly, most of these scientific errors are kind of just outdated information, and there's much more good than there is bad. Alright, let's talk about something that's really good. The dinosaurs. They just look chef's kiss. For starters, there's a variety of creatures in this show, since each episode takes place in a different continent, and gives spotlights to dinosaurs that otherwise don't really show up in any other media. For example, do any of you guys remember my documentary? No? Okay, cool. Well, in episode 4 of my series, I had Dinosaurus, the main character. If I hadn't watched Planet Dinosaur, I wouldn't even know it existed. Too bad it doesn't exist now. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure it does exist now. Wolfie, do you have any information on that? Oh, okay. Despite some errors with some of the dinosaurs, the models are pretty spot on and really well detailed, down to the point where every scale is detailed. On top of that, they all have amazing color schemes, from dark bodies and bright polka dots to colored stripes and many more. They look nice. If I were to pick my 3 favorite dinosaur designs from this series, I'd probably have to go with the Spinosaurus, Allosaurus, and I don't know, Argentinosaurus. Just like the dinosaurs, the animation is spot on. Mostly. The animation really helps bring alive the dinosaurs, and for being animated, the backgrounds look pretty good, though I'd stick with realistic backgrounds. They also put a bunch of particles which look really weird and honestly make the scenes look more unrealistic. Speaking of that, who was in charge of the cinematography in this documentary? A gorilla? Because it's all over the place. Constantly moving, zoom ins and zoom outs. It's nauseating. You're a dinosaur. Here's your backpack full of money. Also, most of the time the scenes are very cloudy, and I don't know if it's just me, but the doc gave off a very depressing tone. The narration by John Hurt is pretty good. I really don't have anything else to say about that. It's just good narration. In conclusion, Planet Dinosaur is unfortunately not as well put together as some of BBC's other works. It's got really confusing editing choices and missed opportunities for storytelling. It's not that the documentary is bad by any means, it's just that, well, these are the same people who made Walking with Dinosaurs, a revolutionary documentary. And I don't know, I guess I just expected more from them, I guess. It's still really good, and it's not all that bad. The dinosaurs are amazing looking, and there's a lot of scientific discoveries that were shown in this doc that are great to know, so also recommend it for those reasons. That'll be it for now though. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I have. If you did, be sure to like, comment. Tune in next time when we review a very controversial dinosaur documentary, Dinosaur Revolution. But, other than that, this is a random video that I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.